Yo, what is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy New Year from everybody here at Mechanics, which is just me and my business partner, Jordan, at the moment. But all the same, Happy New Year to you and yours. Welcome to the first ever developer update of 2023. And we've got a lot of good stuff to go over today. Happy New Year, yo! We got 3 million people checking in right now. We got the Fubster, we've got Anthrak, and about 3 million other of you guys. So thank you guys so much for making it out and making it part of your Thursday to come by and say hi. So I'm actually going to move this like over here. You moved your desk. Yes, absolutely. New setup. So this is actually in the media room in 2023, baby. Let's go. Yeah, so we've got a new setup. As you can see, it's a little bit more spacious. And so I'm in the media room in my parents' house, which is a little bit different from what you guys were used to, which is back in my old bedroom. So yeah, now you don't have to worry about me having to make my bed anymore and the degeneracy that is me not making my bed. So yeah, welcome in, everybody. So with that in mind, I think we should just get right into it. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream just because at 5 o'clock I'm meeting up with some friends that we're going country dancing. So, but all that's to say, I'm still going to take my time here and show you guys all sorts of new stuff here. And we've got a lot to go over, so like I said, let's just jump right in. So, full display capture, transition over. I'm going to come out of, actually studio mode is perfect, so. But yeah, how we doing, everybody? Check in, let me know. We've got all you guys checking in. Thank you so much again for being here. So, where to begin? I've got notes here. So there's one big thing that we're going to talk about, obviously, here in a little bit, which I think you guys are going to be really excited for. But before that, you know, I got to build a little bit of tension here. I've got to, like, make you guys work for it a little bit. I'm not saying, well, maybe not work for it, but, you know, building a little bit of tension, making it, doing a little bit of a build up here. So with that in mind, here's a couple small things that are on the radar for mechanics in 2023. So first things first, I definitely want to get Academy going. And in case you aren't familiar with what GG Academy is basically a place that you can come by and there's all sorts of great videos and tutorials on basically everything mechanics and beyond. So, naturally, it starts off, and I don't know if I showed this last time, but if I did, I'm going to show it again. So first things first, here you can see the first kind of category in Academy is what we call first hour. So with anything where time is critical, it's usually the first hour that is the most important. And I hate to bring up the analogy, but typically when people are abducted, the first 48 hours or so are usually the most important. So first hour is essentially making sure that you get off on the right foot from the get-go with Mechanics GG. Sometimes first, sometimes hour. What's up, John? Good to see you, Bert. But, how you been, dude? I feel like I had something I wanted to tell you the other day. It was anime related. Actually, John, I took some inspiration from your stream here in a second, so I'm going to show you something cool here in a bit that actually comes straight out of your playbook, so hang tight for a little bit. But yeah, first hour is all about basically teaching you how to use Mechanics GG and getting everything sort of set up in about an hour. And the best part, inspire me. Oh, what is that emote? Yeah! They're just twerking everywhere. So if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, look over on the chat window. It's really hard to see, but basically there's Spider-Man and Flash are like twerking on each other. That's fantastic. Anyway, so first hour is, like I said, you get everything that you need to know about Mechanics GG, and it's actually taught by me. So no better person to learn about Mechanics GG than one of the guys who developed it. Actually, I'm primarily the guy who developed it, but I very much make these videos in such a way that later down the road when we have employees and stuff like that, like I am like laying the groundwork for those people later down the road. So always talking about, you know, it's a team effort and all that good stuff. What's going on with my music? Go back to the darkest heart. I thought I had it on shuffle, so we'll jump it back over here real quick. Set up or break it. Yeah. Is it having a 3D printer in the room? Because I got it, but still, yeah, that is a Creality Ender 3, in case you didn't know. And with that, I've actually been printing little chess pieces. So yeah, these are really fun. But yeah, let me know, John, if you ever need help setting up your stuff. I'm happy to help you out with 3D printing and stuff like that, because I know it's a big deal or a big kind of step forward. It's a really cool piece of tech, but there is a little bit of a learning curve. So let me know if you need help. Oh, We even have the same printer. Yeah, absolutely. The Ender 3 is like the perfect entry-level printer. They're super duper cheap now, and you can do all sorts of stuff with them, like upgrading every little part under the sun on it. So yeah, it's a great little printer. I've probably got like close to 1,000 hours of print time on it, and that's still going strong. So it's all hooked up, but never turned on or tested, so definitely hit you up. I've never actually thought about 3D printing chess pieces. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a video coming, by the way, so exclamation point socials. I'm actually building a chessboard, and so I've designed and 3D printed all of my, did you get it from Mike? Dude, no, I saw that coupon on Instagram. I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I already have an Ender 3, but for $99, like, I might drive down to Micro Center and get like a $99 Creality Ender 3. So yeah, absolutely Fubby. So be on the lookout there. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, exclamation point socials. But yeah, that is a killer deal. $99 for, like, I got mine for probably like $249 originally. So $99 for an Ender 3 is not a bad deal, and not a bad way to get into 3D printing, to be honest. So yeah, they bring up that $100 deal all the time too. Yeah, absolutely. I see it every once in a while on my Instagram and stuff like that. I feel like the next time around I'm probably going to jump on it. I need something with a little bit of a bigger build volume because I want to print like drum shells and stuff like that, and I need at least a 10-inch build volume, and the Ender 3 only has like an 8-inch square build volume. So I might have to see if they do like a deal on the CR10, which is the big brother of that one. But yeah, all that 3D printing talk aside, let's get back to debut. So First Hour will be coming out very, very soon. And what's really cool about First Hour is we're actually going to, this is still in development, obviously, as you can see, but I want to have basically a checklist here where it'll like, basically it'll update you as you go through. And again, First Hour, since it's a video tutorial, means that you can stop and kind of go at your own pace and stuff like that. So you can literally watch the video, watch me do it, and then come down to the checklist and then click on the button and make sure and like do the task, and then it'll let you know that it finished it and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very much a interactive experience in that way. So very exciting there. But First Hour is obviously just the first part, so pun intended. After that, we also have Deep Dive. So Deep Dive is basically allowing you to learn all about the individual services on Mechanics GG. So if you want to learn more about Stardust or StarTag or Request Line or any of the other services that we don't really talk about in depth in First Hour, Deep Dive is the place to do that. And that's going to be taught by myself as well as other members of the community. Obviously, a lot of the community feedback is what shapes Mechanics GG and what has shaped these services. So like Ultipage and I collaborated, and eventually that's what Stardust was. Like, Stardust was a collaboration between Ultipage and I, and so she knows a lot about Stardust. Chillshotty does a lot of great stuff with Stardust. So like, those are some of the people that you'll be hearing from, or you'll potentially be seeing in Deep Dive and Masterclass as we talk about it. Got to run to Costco. Was the 3D printer stream room inspiration, or was it something else? It was something else. I will actually, let me jump into that really quickly, John. Or I can get you the clip here, but yeah, let me get it. It'll be like in the next 2 minutes, if that's all right, John. I'll give you a second. But if you got to go like right now, I get you. And then finally, Masterclass. Masterclass is not just about Mechanics GG. Masterclass has everything to... Okay, I'll wait. Perfect, John. Masterclass, again, is taught by members of staff as well as community members and stuff like that. And it covers everything from like really using Mechanics GG and how it like kind of works in the day by day to maybe something like how to run a Discord server, how to like build community and stuff like that. So all of these practical skills that come with streaming that nobody tells you about when you first start streaming. So community management, moderation, all these other sort of things. And I want it to be taught by people that are actual creators and have the experience and stuff like that. So Masterclass is going to be that opportunity. Literally, you can come in and for free learn all these skills that nobody tells you about when you start streaming. And yeah, all that good stuff. So be on the lookout for those launching a little bit later this quarter, and then First Hour should be launching very, very soon. So wait just for you. There's something else that's very fun. Yeah. So with that in mind, let's just jump right into it. So what I was talking about with John, another part or another thing that we reworked, or I reworked, is the sound off setting. So this is all a little bit better organized, as you can see. So previously there's like drop downs and it was hard to find stuff and stuff like that, but now it's divided into two sections: alerts and components. And what's more is we also have an updated UI for all of the alerts as well. So we have this nice kind of Mechanics purple looking background. But sorry I'm late. Can I possibly get a 30-second recap? Potato, the whole VOD will be going up on YouTube tomorrow, but long story short, you haven't missed anything. We haven't done the big reveal yet or anything like that. I was just talking about GG Academy. So But in addition to that, we also built in some new alert sounds. So by default, mechanics didn't really have alert sounds for different alerts. So like you would get a donation and then like you wouldn't hear a sound or a cue and stuff like that, so you could miss it. So with that in mind, I took some inspiration from our good friend Forgiven John, and I'm just going to take this over here and pop this in. So for donations, I'm going to turn the music off so that you guys can actually hear this. So I'm going to scroll up and down here just to make sure that we're interacting. So I'm going to pull this over here. So imagine this is your overlay, or this is, you know, your stream and stuff like that, and alerts will pop up. So for default, for subscriptions now, the sound off alert is actually, wait for it. It's sending the test alert. It's doing its thing. Oh. Well, I think let me refresh the page here real quick. I promise it's worth it. So I'm doing this big build up and then it just dies. Thank you, demo gods. This always happens when you're demoing software. So oops, I'm listening. Okay. Of course, if my server was going to die or like the debug server was going to die, it would have to be like when I'm trying to like talk to John about this cool thing. So ding, Windows fail. Yeah. All right, let's refresh. Okay, we got to
Thank you so much.
There we go. Womp, 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 womp. What's up, robot? So we'll do it one more time. So if you've never been to Forgiven John's stream and heard his sub sounds, then this might be alien to you, but there you go. So yeah, now by default, whenever somebody subscribes on Mechanics GG, if you haven't set up a custom alert, you will get the Forgiven John Deku from My Hero Academia doing the "Thank you very much, best of friendo." Yeah, absolutely. And then gifted subs, I believe there's followers is also really fun as well. So you can do this one. Yeah, little John from Dave Chappelle Show. So those are very good stuff. But yeah, so that's the inspiration that I took from you, John. Now you can run to Costco, but thank you for the inspiration. That is actually Forgiven John's sub sound on his stream, and so I thought it was cool, and so now it's part of Mechanics history. Wait. Did you just say Yeah, well, isn't that Deku from, or is it, who says it? I'm trying to remember. Thank you very much, besto friendo. Oh, it's not. It's oh, this is Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, my bad. For some reason I thought it was Deku for some reason. It's from JJK. Yeah. There we go. JJK baby. So that I watched the English dub, and so that's probably why I didn't recognize it. But thank you very much, besto friendo. Yeah, I love JJK. John, did you get your 100 Thieves JJK stuff, by the way? I'm interested to see how that happened or what the quality is like on those. I'm sure it's fantastic because I don't think 100 T puts out anything bad, but yeah. Oh yeah, definitely go back and watch JJK and sub. 100% worth it. It's just a campy, hilarious show. Yes, I did. Yes, he did. Beautiful. How is it? Did you get the Gora Anorak? That was like the big ticket item, I think, that everybody was going for. So, but I don't know. I know you were looking for like Gora stuff. But yeah, so that's the inspiration that I took from John. And just, the sweater. Yeah. Good stuff. Sweet. But in getting in line with Academy and all that good stuff, I also wanted to show you guys the kind of the checklist that I was talking about earlier. So there's actually a setup or a checklist for your profile now. So if you come under account settings, you can actually see all the tasks that are kind of essential, I guess you could call them. I mean, you don't have to do any of this if you don't want to, but if you want kind of like a great footing for GG profile, you want to utilize it as much as you possibly can, do these at a bare minimum. And then you can take your profile further by doing some of these optional tasks, like choosing a profile theme, adding some besties, gaming tracks, and so on. And this will actually update, so it'll keep you like up to date with how you're doing and how close you are to progressing and stuff. So imagine this, but for Academy and like for all of Mechanics GG. So Academy will look something like this, where you'll have a checklist and you can go through things as you're going through the video and all that good stuff. So, and I got the Gojo Man purse from an IG artist. JJK also. Dude, submit a fit check. You got to get like a Chill Shoddy certified fit check going. I want to see all the JJK merch. Also, really stoked. I've been watching through the I don't know if you call it season 0, like the movie that predates the show, but I've been watching that. I'm like halfway through it right now, but big excited for that. And then I think they announced season 3, or I don't know. I feel like there was a big JJK announcement not too long ago, and I may have missed it, but alas. So there is all of the good stuff as far as that. We talked about the reworked sound alert and sticker alert boxes, new default sounds for follow. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to show you, welcome back, Andrak, before we get to the big crescendo here, is under Stardust Marketplace. If you go to Stardust Marketplace, you have JJK season 2 this year. Sick. I thought they already did season 2. Well, they did they do season 1 in 2 parts? Because I want to say that it happened during COVID, so like they animated the first part and then there was a delay and then the second part of season 1 came out or something like that. But maybe I'm just getting mixed up because there's 2 openings to it, and I thought that they separated them into seasons, but it could just be 2 openings for 1 season. But getting back to this, previously sounds, so on Stardust Marketplace, whenever you come in and you see like the different rewards, it has kind of this tile view, but for sounds that aren't particularly visual, it didn't make a lot of sense to have this kind of tile view. It just takes up a lot of space, and if you're somebody like Chill Shoddy or, you know, one of these other people that uses a lot of sounds, then it can start to get really, really cluttered, and as you have to scroll down, like look for the one that you want and all that good stuff. So now, instead of that, sounds actually show in a table view, so you can see all the different sounds and you can look at the different, you can actually scroll over it and it'll highlight, which is really, really cool, so you can see like which one you're at. And then of course you can do the same thing with previewing and all that good stuff, and it'll show you the price and how many times it's been redeemed, as well as the GG chatbot command. And then you just come over here, same as before, hit it, and then you're good to go. Yeah, we do have a lot of sounds with Shoddy. Yeah, absolutely. I was playing through that, or I was playing with hers. I'm like, this could be reworked a little bit, and so that's what I did. So yeah, much love to you guys for you know, bringing about the necessity with having it in a list view. I might do it for alerts as well, because alerts aren't particularly visual unless you preview them, but alerts might do well in this table view. What do we think of the table view, by the way? Let me know. If you guys like this, I can get it applied for alerts as well. But alerts right now kind of has the tile view as well. So yeah, so we talked about that. We've talked about the new default sounds. We've talked about the reworked kind of UI look for everything. By the way, for those of you creators and content partners that are out there and want the new UI rework, it should refresh when you first open Streamlabs OBS, but if you're seeing the old alerts, just refresh the browser source, as we talk about a lot, and it'll get that updated. So with that in mind, we talked about the checklist. We talked about this. Yo! Thank you so much for the... oh, I think that was a test sound. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But anyhow, let's keep going. So, you guys asked for it. Now it's time for the big reveal, what you guys have been suggesting, and let me set the scene a little bit here. So I keep giving love to Chill Shoddy's community, and you know, truly every community with Mechanics GG is super duper special for all sorts of different ways. Like Ulti Paige, her community has just been so loving and caring, and like Paige is an absolute rock star. She runs our esports division and does all of our events and stuff like that. So just a hardworking, amazing young woman that I've had the pleasure of getting to know through, you know, working with her and stuff like that. And then Shoddy's community, like John's community is fantastic just because everybody kind of vibes and is all together. Dark as Art's the same way and stuff like that. But Shoddy's community, by far, you guys have been some of the most suggestive like people out there. So you guys have been suggesting all these amazing like new features and stuff like that. You really take the spirit of Mechanics being a kind of community-based platform, and very much like I'm working for you guys and you've told me what you want, and the platform is so much better as a result. And so what I'm about to show you is an exact, probably the biggest kind of update we've done to date based on community feedback, because so far it's been like little tweaks here and there, but now we actually have a section, a page, a part of Mechanics GG that has come about by Shoddy's like suggestion, or Shoddy's community suggestion, and you know, collaborating with other creators, because you know, whenever you guys have a suggestion, I always talk to the partners, and you know, we kind of hash out and figure out what it is exactly that we want. So, and the best community to break the thing. Yeah, absolutely. You guys have been great about like breaking stuff and making sure that I can I have plenty of bugs to work through, and again, the platform becomes better as a result. So with that, I am happy to announce that here under GG Wallet, we now have a new link called the Stardust Trading Floor. So with that in mind, it's our pleasure. I'm so glad. With that in mind, Stardust Trading is here. Something that previously I hadn't even considered because I had wondered, or I worried about like the legalities and stuff like that. But at the outset, let me be clear and state that, you know, Stardust doesn't have any monetary value. You don't need to donate necessarily to get Stardust. Most of the time, you can actually get Stardust for free, like from following or based on how that creator has set up their Stardust market, you can get Stardust for free. So with that in mind, trading Stardust back and forth is not too bad. I don't think that there's any sort of legalities or stuff that we have to be cognizant of because really there's no value. It's basically like just changing points online. So again, no monetary value, but there's still a lot of fun to be had. And as we know, you can always have fun without, you know, a lot of cost and stuff like that. I don't know where I'm going with this analogy, but let's get back to this. First things first, let's look at this banner image. So I have a high DPI monitor, but for most of you guys, you're going to come over here and you're going to see my glorious face and just dust. So yeah, all the trading and like day trading, diamond hands, dust, and stonks, all those jokes, they're on full fire here. But again, no monetary value. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again, like a broken record, because I'm trying to cover our butts legally. But anyway, let's get into it. So last time around, we talked a little bit about how trades work. So just to rehash, basically what happens is you create a trade offer. That amount is then held until the trade completes. And then once it's accepted or declined, the amount is transferred. So it'll be credited to the person in the case of an accept, or if it's declined, it just gets credited back to your account. Pretty straightforward, right? Potato and I run out of SD, so trading them is quite useful. Lol for you. Yeah, I have SD and non-addiction, so. But also some things to keep in mind. You always obviously want to keep it free. So with all the jokes and stuff like that, remember that Stardust doesn't have any monetary value, and no trades on the trading platform should involve like money changing hands or stuff like that. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just go donate to the creator directly and get the Stardust that way. So with that in mind, keep it free. If you start trading money and stuff like that, that's a breach of terms, and so we're gonna have to talk, and there's gonna be probably some discipline, but I know you guys aren't that's not gonna be an issue. Obviously, you know, Stardust will keep it free and all that good stuff. Secondly, stick to people that you know. If you get a random trade from somebody that you've never heard of in your life, then it's probably kind of sus, so you probably want to stay away from that. We've built it in such a way that it's very, very difficult for that to happen, but you never know, so you want to account for it. And then thirdly, just do your vibe check. If something seems off or it's too good to be true, we all know that on the internet, sometimes things can seem too good to be true. So if that's the case, do a vibe check, and if it feels off, it probably is. So with all that good, yeah, I have an SD non-addiction. Maybe addiction, maybe not. So I was telling Shadi about this. We were on a call the other day, but I have kind of like an ethical quandary with the thought that you guys are getting addicted. Like, I don't want it to, like, first things first, like, don't ever burn your rent money on Stardust. Like, if you are buying Stardust or donating to a creator and getting Stardust that's gonna like keep you or put you out, then don't do that. And with that, I could probably sleep soundly at night. That hasn't happened yet. Nobody's like burning their rent money on Stardust and stuff like that. But with that in mind, I just want to make sure that I say that, and that'll help me sleep at night. And if you do start burning your rent money, like, let's talk, because there's bigger issues at play there. But I get it. Like, Stardust is a fun way to interact and stuff like that, and it can have properties of, like, you know, you really want to do and play around. I don't want to say, like, I don't want people getting addicted to it is what I'm trying to say. And so if that's the case and you guys are true, like, if it truly becomes like an addiction, let me know, because we need to build like safeguards in there and stuff like that. I said to trade request to whom? To Drew. Oh, well, that's perfect. So let me go take a look at my trading floor. So this is actually on debug, but we can actually see what it's going to look like IRL, which is really cool. So thank you for the trade request, robot. And we're going to put it to the test right here, right now. Hopefully it'll... Oh, let me just over to work. I did a fair bit of testing on debug, but this will be the first time we're running on production. It sounds like it went through, which is good. So let me just jump over to my trading dashboard, trading floor. Beautiful. So here we go. So as you can see here on Mechanics GG, this actually transitioned perfectly. So Robot, thank you so much. He literally sent one Stardust, and it looks like you sent... Robot, did you send me Shoddy Dust, or did you send me Darkazard? tokens, because if so, that might be a bug. But regardless, what you can see here is that you can either accept or decline. And what's more is whenever you're doing a trade request, we make sure that like you can't have multiple requests at the same time, so people can't just keep spamming you with one dust requests over and over again. So it's one trade per person at a time. So with that in mind, thank you, robot, I will accept your offer. So we accept that, and then one whole Stardust gets credited to my wallet, which is really cool. There's a little bug that we had to fix earlier, so I have a bunch of different records here for Gamer Sledge, but as you can see for Chill Shoddy, I went up. So yeah, I got a suggestion based on the mechanism. Please do, yeah, let me know, Potato. And for those of you that are wondering what robot did on the back end, all you have to do to initiate a trade request on the trading platform is you just come in under this, you give us the Mechanics GG username of the person that you want to send it to, and then the type. So you'll have a list here of all the different Stardust that you own, and so you just select the one that you want, and then you send 1,000. You check the box just stating that you're gonna adhere to the terms and all that good stuff, and then it'll send it on over. Pretty easy, right? And then, of course, if you're like, oops, I actually said I added a 0 when I should have added like a 1 or something like that, I need to cancel it, you could just cancel your trade offer and it'll recredit your amount back to you. So pretty straightforward. But yeah, so that's Stardust trading. I'm super duper excited to see all the different fun stuff that's going to be going on with you guys. So feel free to trade and have fun. Obviously, keep it, above board. Don't be moving money. And remember that Stardust doesn't have any monetary value, but I can see this being a very fun feature for a lot of you guys, and you've requested it and it is now here. So go play around with it, and then if it breaks, let me know so that we can fix it. So collectible trading cards for the streamers. No monetary value, but kind of like Stream System, you can either sell for Stardust or trade them. That's a great idea. I know Steam does that with some of their games and stuff like that. There's like a wallet. We've so maybe we can do a little bit of like vibing here and like a little bit of suggestion here. What the dog doing? Thank you so much for the follow on Mechanics, robot. I appreciate you. You guys got to see, you put a cap of 69,000. You got to, because 69,000 is like the magical number. So yeah, and again, it's one of those things you got to build a mechanism so that you can't offload like a bunch of like we're not going to implement Stardust Swiss bank account. I know we joked about that in Shoddy's chat, but like Stardust Swiss bank account and offloading money or offloading dust to like other people, like that's 69,420. We need to, I need to up it from 69. Actually, do I have it set at 69,420? It might be 69,000, but if it is, I'm going to switch it over to 69,420. Market cap should be 5.7. Sheesh. Okay. But with that in mind, we have talked a little bit about in the past, like I've talked to the partners and stuff like that. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think about this. So we've talked about having kind of like a streamer pass, kind of like a battle pass, but for streamers. And so basically like the streamer would set up like different milestones and stuff like that, and you would check in like every day, like get points and stuff like that. So like basically you could buy the battle pass. So you would buy the battle pass, which would just be a donation or a subscription to that individual, and then based on that, once you did certain interactions and stuff like that, you could like level up your battle pass and get like free Stardust, get like maybe some merch or stuff like that, and there'd be like different tiers and stuff like that. I'm still playing around with the idea because I want it to be customizable and unique to every user, but also at the same time you got to make sure that things are consistent so that there's a consistent structure to everything. It could be the case where it's like you buy the battle pass and then like with that you unlock like, because I know on like Fortnite and stuff like that, like you have the levels, and then if you have the battle pass, it's like you get a stuff in addition to the levels and stuff like that. So there could be like a paid track and then a free track. You can't trade with yourself, certainly not. Man, how does that make sense, Robot? Like, I'm sorry if I'm gaslighting here, but I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, there's no circumstance that I could think of where, like, you would trade with yourself. Like, you just sit there, like, trading over and over again. Now I can't even launder the Stardust. Yeah, absolutely. I have to build in certain mechanisms to, like, make sure everything's safe and all that good stuff. But yeah, Streamer Pass. Let me know what you guys think about that. But that would be a great idea for, like, trading cards and stuff like that. So basically after you interact so many times, or maybe we don't even have to do a battle pass. Maybe it's one of those things where like after you interact with them so long, you get like a certain like card, like a digital card or a digital trading card and stuff like that. You could potentially sell it off for Stardust or like trade it off. Kind of like achievements, because I know that's how Steam does it with like achievements and stuff like that. That is interesting, like a temporary VIP pass. Yeah, absolutely. And so like every month, I mean, if you're already subscribed to the the person, you get a bonus anyway. So it's like you get the battle pass when you subscribe, obviously. So, but yeah, it could be interesting, and then it could refresh every season, and so people could, like, you know, pick up on it, and then, you know, every season or every couple months or so, you know, new stuff would get rotated into the battle pass. And then maybe in a couple months I'll figure out how to get my camera to not turn off randomly. But yeah, let's keep the dialogue going. In case you guys are interested, let me just plug the GG Discord. There is actually a thread in the GG Discord, which I think most everybody is a part of that's in this chat right now. But plug in the GG Discord. There is a place for, like, feature suggestions and stuff like that. I'd love to continue the dialogue and that sort of stuff. It's one of those things where I want to talk with the community. I want to talk with, like, creators and stuff like that. 2023 is off to a very productive start, I will say. Like, I did all of these tweaks, like these little UI tweaks and stuff like that. So I'm very much doing a lot of spring cleaning right now, but eventually there's going to be a big push towards maybe, like, a new feature, or, like, a new service on Mechanics GG. And so I'm wondering, like, what people want from that, like whether you want to do, like, the battle pass route, or you want to do, like, just trading cards or stuff like that, or have an amalgamation of the both. So let's definitely keep the dialogue going, because, you know, it's one of those things where I can think up something, but you guys are going to tell me if it's going to work or not, or, like, tweak this, do that. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown there. Beyond that, what other comments or thoughts do you guys have? I'm here for you guys. Beyond that, you know, with that, if you're watching on YouTube, obviously come check us out on Twitch, and of course check out the Discord, which will be in the link down below. Oh, I didn't tell chat to say hi, YouTube, so feel free to say hi, YouTube. But yeah, those are kind of some of the things, and I always want to use this time at the end for suggestions and stuff like that. But beyond that, if we don't have anything, I'll probably wrap up stream. Because hi, YouTube. Yeah, there you go, Anrak. So, but yeah, I want to give another shout out to Anrak, actually, because he was my first ever Mechanics GG subscriber as well. So thank you so much. I still am working on those stickers, so I will get those sent out to you very, very shortly. But a lot of people have asked about how to support Mechanics GG, like if you guys are interested. First, and probably one of the best ways, is if you want a piece of physical merch to go along with it, you can get yourself a Mechanics GG Galaxy hoodie. They are super warm. They are part of Mechanics GG history. I won't bore you guys with the story, but basically when you buy a hoodie, that, like, helps us immensely, because, like, obviously you get an awesome piece of Mechanics merch, but the money that goes into our coffers helps to cover server costs and all that good stuff, and so that's an amazing option. How we doing, Mad Lads? What's up, Chili? We were just talking about some new stuff on Mechanics, and then I might play a game of chess or two, and then I'm going to go dancing with some friends. But yeah, so you have the hoodie option. And then also, if you're interested in supporting through subscriptions, we do have some different tiers as well. So if you head over to Mechanics, I think there's command. Did I do this one? No. But Mechanics GG /D/Mechanics, we actually have a 2 of the cost. Did you see dancing? Yeah, we're going country dancing, we're going swing dancing, so a couple friends and I. So SD balance, you have 10,000 robot. So, and that's for me, for A is for Drew. So you got the Cheems coin. I call my Stardust Cheems coin. So it's kind of a play on Dogecoin, which is like that cryptocurrency. So I made mine Cheems coin. So clearly the better of the two, obviously. But yeah, consider, if you guys are interested, and if you're watching this on YouTube out there, in fact, consider buying a hoodie, consider supporting us through subscriptions, because servers do be expensive. And so, you know, long-time support, or, you know, continuous financial support is an amazing thing to have. But of course, everybody just showing up, like even just showing up and lurking, I've seen a couple people in chat, but if you guys are hanging around and lurking and stuff like that, that helps the algorithm, that helps this get in front of more people. Tell your favorite streamer about us if they're interested. Happy to talk with new creators. That helps us to expand our horizons as well. So there's plenty of free things that you guys can do too. But I always want to plug the paid options too if you guys are interested. But yeah, beyond that, I didn't see any other questions or anything like that. So we'll wrap up today's developer journal. I'm going to play a couple games of chess just because I'm feeling a little chessy right now. And yeah, so we're live on Twitch every Thursday around 4 o'clock Central Time. So if you want to check us out, come check us out, be part of the live discussion for the GG development journals. But until then, say bye, YouTube, chat, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Later, skaters. Oh, one thing, what you got, Robot? Actually, hold tight. Robot's gonna maybe give us something here. I love T-Mobile, but my YouTube. There you go. Oh, that was Potato that said that. I was about to say, if you wanted to air the Robot's just like airing his grievances, but it's actually Potato. So yeah, I had T-Mobile for a while. I don't remember having your cap 0 to 69 save at 69k is a value number for trading. Huh. Okay. That might be, I'll have to check the code base. That might just be a disparity between like the front end and the back end. So I'll take a look at it. 68.99 is, oh, so it's not inclusive. Okay, so it's an off by one. That's a classic off by one. I just need to, I know exactly where to fix that now. So 68.999 is, look at the QA engineer out here checking my code and making sure that I like have good coverage. So yeah. 68.999, it's an off by one. So in case you guys didn't know, in the world of programming, an off by one, basically with how computers kind of process like numbers and comparing numbers. So like as Robot is describing, when he puts in the value for 69,000, the code on the back end is basically checking if the amount is less than 69,000. But that's not necessarily inclusive, as we say. So in order to make it inclusive, you basically have to tell the computer, oh, if it's less than or equal to. So it can be any value less than 69,000, but if you want it to include 69,000, then you have to do less than or equals to. So in this case, the amount you can enter is 68,999, but not 69,000. So there's a difference of one. So we call that an off by one error in computer science. So that's your little programming language or programming lesson of the day. So he's only rich enough to verify that. Yeah, he's the only one rich enough to verify that. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, there's your little computer science lesson for the day. Thank you for the feedback, Robot. And of course, if you guys want to continue the discussion, check out the Mechanics GG Discord. Did you make sure that we trade? Yes, I did make sure that you can't trade more than you have. Give it a try though, double check, but I did account for that. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking in. I'm going to wrap up this developer journal. See you guys next Thursday. Until then, we're going to play some chess after this. So see you guys soon. Bye!